This is how Asian people raise and harvest billions of dollars from mud crabs. Mud crab farming is a very popular business activity in some Asian countries such as Bangladesh, India, Thailand, the Philippines, etc. Mud crabs have great demand and prices in the international market. Crabs are very delicious, and many countries around the world import large quantities of crabs for consumption every year. As a result, the possibility of earning foreign exchange from crab exports is very large. That is why starting commercial mud crab farming is profitable. It is sold at a high price in the market. Mud crabs are mainly used as food. It is very popular as a food within its range and is also popular in the global market. Mud crabs are economically important crabs found in most regions of the world. The shell color of mud crabs varies from dark green, mottled, to dark brown. Mud crab farming is considered an important secondary crop in shrimp or fish farming systems. Overall, the Scylla serrata crab has very good market demand, and farmers can expect good profits when compared to other crab species. Typically, medium to large sizes, which have shells over 15 centimeters and a weight of 500 grams on average, are preferred for export purposes. This is a crab breeding farm. Here, the crab tanks are divided into different tanks with an oxygen system for the crabs. The crabs will be marked with symbols, so the breeder knows whether they are male or female crabs. Males develop their characteristic large claws and mating scars on their sternum, and forelimbs become apparent. In females, the characteristic U-shape of the ventral flap, along with the rim of bristles that develop around it, is a more obvious sign of maturity. When males and females reach reproductive age, they will be paired together so they can mate on their own. Typing characters on their shells allows you to later monitor whether the health and weight of this gene source is good or not, so that they continue to be kept for future breeding. When the female is pregnant, she will carry her belly with these giant ovaries. Traveling at this time will be very difficult, which is why farmers will separate the eggs to artificially raise them in different barns. This helps ensure the hatching rate. Each crab can lay 1,000 to 1,500 eggs, and the hatching rate in the wild is only 30%. But here, with modern science, workers will help the eggs have a hatching rate of up to 80% because they will not be harmed by creatures such as fish and shrimp. After 1 week of incubation, the crab eggs have now hatched. You can only see them clearly through a microscope because their size is very small. This tank can hold up to 3,000 to 5,000 crabs when they first hatch. After 3 weeks of development, the baby crabs have now perfected their shape. They will be raised in these tanks until they are 1 month old. Farmers will hang seaweed substrates in the tanks so that the crabs can cling to them, allowing them to gradually get used to natural environmental conditions. Before stocking the pond, it will be carefully disinfected to remove bacteria that can harm the crabs. The pond will be drained and the bottom dried for 2 days. Then the water will be added with disinfectants and probiotics to help the water have good microorganisms for the crabs. Young crabs are raised and grown for a certain period of time, from 5 to 6 months, until they reach marketable size and weight. Food for crabs is usually fish, shrimp, small crabs, etc. These foods cost very little. Workers will spread food evenly around the pond, helping them not to have to work too hard in the process of finding food. Providing crabs with 5% of the daily food of their total body weight. For example, if there are 100 kilograms of crabs in the pond, feed 5 kilograms of food per day. Collect some crabs and try to determine the average weight. Regular sampling is essential to monitor growth and general health, as well as to adjust feeding rates. Keep some pipes in the pond for shelter and to reduce mutual attacks and cannibalism. Within 3 to 5 months, they will reach marketing weight and become suitable for sale. This is a method of raising fattened crabs in cages. Millions of cages will be placed on iron frames. After being transferred from the pond, their legs will be cut off by farmers. This helps the crabs limit their movement and find ways to escape from the cage. Divide the pond into several compartments, depending on the size of the crabs if raising larger crabs. Keeping males and female crabs apart will yield good results and reduce mutual attacks and cannibalism. Depending on your location and the number of crabs available, 8 to 10 to 12 fattening cycles can be carried out in a year. Raising cages like this helps ensure the best care to avoid the uneven ratio of crabs to small and large sizes like farming in ponds. After reaching the weight the market needs them to be harvested and transported to processing plants, the crab will be marinated in ice to ensure freshness before being packed into bags. Commercial crab farming is increasingly popular in many coastal areas around the world because it is easy, profitable, and takes less time. Mud crabs are in great demand and highly valued in the international market, so you can earn extra money and create job opportunities by running a commercial crab farming business. Thank you for watching today's video. Goodbye, and see you again in the next video.